Offense or defense? Should I get a sharper sword, or should I get more protective armor? If you want to see the increased value of damage that Sharpness does, please don't look at Minecraft Wiki, because information on there is 1.16, and Hypixel is a 1.8.9 server. So let's play on 1.8.9 and hop right into a single player world. If you look over here, sharpening a sword makes it increase its damage by 1.25. That means that a sharp wood sword is better than a stone, and a sharp stone is better than a normal iron, and a sharp iron is better than a diamond, which is a really big advantage. Dogcat What said a stone sword was the best item in Bedwars because it's so cost efficient. But think about it, if you get sharp, this stone sword would be better than an iron sword. For the price of 10 iron, you could get something better than 7 gold. A sword's damage increase with sharpness is linear though, so the better the sword, the less percentage increase sharpness gives. For example, a wood sword's damage would increase by 30%, whereas a diamond sword's damage would only increase by about 18%. Protection. Keep in mind that protection also reduces fall damage, blast damage, and fire damage as well. Also, if you know how to do a lot of knockback, or you use a lot of KB sticks like Vixen, then of course, protection helps you more than sharp. So I opened a world to LAN and then joined in with one of my friends. Then I stood in the corner and then I got hit with different types of armor. And the results were a little bit surprising to me. This is how many times you have to hit someone with a fist to kill them if they have this armor. For example, leather with no prot, you need 28 hits to kill them. And chain with prot 2 needs 42 hits to kill them. And diamond with prot 4 needs 104 punches to kill them. And I found something quite interesting here. If you see, leather goes from 28 to 32 from prot 0 to prot 1, then to 37, then to 43. But there's a huge jump from 43 to 65. And the same for all the other armors. As you can see, from no prot to prot 1, there's a 14.29% increase, which is a seventh. And then from prot 1 to prot 2 and prot 2 to prot 3, there's an eighth increase. But from prot 3 to prot 4, there's a 50 to 70% increase, at least 50%. And that makes prot 4 much better than all the previous prots. Of course, it's much more expensive, but if you can get it, this is a huge advantage. If you see, this is prot 0 to prot 1 to prot 2 to prot 3 for leather, chain, iron, diamond, but prot 4 is a huge, huge, huge advantage. And I hope you guys can learn from that. Let's give a scenario, shall we? We already have prot 1. Should I get sharp or should I get prot 2? Which is the most common scenario. Should I get sharp or prot 2? And the answer is sharp. If the square is green, that means sharp is better. And for all the different types of swords, all the different types of armor, you should always get sharp instead of prot 2. Of course, if you have a diamond sword, it's kind of close because the sword's percentage increase decreases as the sword gets better. And let's say let's give scenario 2. You've got 6 diamonds. Should you get sharp or should you get prot 1 and prot 2? I know this is a little bit arbitrary because you'd get prot 1 and then sharp, but as you can see, sharp is worse than prot 1 and prot 2. Now, my recommendation is, if you use iron swords a lot, then get prot 2 over sharp in scenario 1, because the better the sword is, the smaller the damage percentage increases. And also, the protection can help with stuff like bridge fighting, where how good your sword is doesn't really matter, where sometimes you just need to survive, and for when you take fall damage. Thanks for watching.